Yo, let's talk about last night.
Yes, sir.
How was that? Because it looked really good on Instagram and social media and everything.
Okay, so we did a lot last night. You talking about the release party?
The release party.
Okay, bet. Yeah.
Take me from the top. Let's go.
Yeah, so the release party was great, man. I played Uno with my man Ali, and he cheated and won. Ali is Carlton Banks on that Bel Air show. Yeah, but he cheated.
Wait, so how are y'all playing? Because black folks play Uno different ways.
We play like black people.
Okay. So no rules.
Yeah, it's rules, but like it ain't the ones that came in the box. I mean, it's like you can stack it.
Yeah.
You can stack it. You can't do the draw 2 and the draw 4. That's weird. But you can stack it, and I think that's the only other rule. Yeah.
I have a really important question for you before you go on.
Yeah.
Can you play spades?
I can't.
Me neither.
Yeah.
And I always get roasted at the family cookout.
But the problem is that nobody knows how to teach spades.
No, and they get really mad when they're teaching it to you.
Exactly.
And you're like reneging or whatever, and then people get so mad at that. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Right.
And then I never hear the last of it.
I tried to learn how to play spades 3 times, and I said, you know what, that's cool. Y'all got it. Like, I'm gonna just stick to Uno because y'all not teaching me. Y'all just yelling at each other.
Exactly. I got an auntie that's still mad at my uncle for something that he did back in 1987.
Spades related.
Yeah. At a cookout.
That's great. Yeah. Nah, I do not know how to play spades. Just Uno. I stick to my guns.
All right. Back to the topic at hand.
Yes,
so
sir.
the night.
Yes. Yeah. So we release party was amazing. We lost the Uno, but he cheated. And then we just played. We ran the album straight through. You know, I got to do it with the family, with the friends, with the team. So that was a beautiful thing. And I found a Polaroid camera at the end of the night, and I was kind of mad about it because I didn't get to take no Polaroids there. You know, everybody that was there, but it was just a dope moment. Like got to share that moment with everybody. Dropped the album, and then we went to celebrate at some club. I don't remember the name of the club, but it was fun.
I mean, if you don't remember, that means it was a good time.
Yeah. No, we enjoyed ourselves for sure. We definitely enjoyed ourselves.
How was it playing the album in front of everybody?
Yo, I'll be all to be honest, it's the first time I heard it like straight through. Like, cause you work on it so much, you know what I'm saying? Like you go from like, nah, I don't like this mix. The drum is too loud right here. I can't hear the bass. Like, you know, this is the first time I got to hear the music just as music, like as something that was just being played. And I was like, oh, this fire. You know what I mean? There's certain songs that I was like, this gonna ring off. And then the other one, I'm like, ooh, I don't even know how they gonna feel about that one. And that one was the one that really got everybody. So like, yeah, it was just fun. Like it was really cool. Just like you know, like having everybody just experience the music. You know what I mean?
Were you in your head like, I hope they like it. I hope they like this one. Or did you enjoy the moment that was that happening?
You know, the thing is, bro, I just think I'm perfect. So like,
I mean, if it's in your head, it's true.
So like, well, it's that thing where it's like, you know, it's a piece of me that's like, yeah, I hope they like it, but it's the other piece of me that's like, but it's fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I like it. So you know, at that point, like, once I like something, I don't really care about, you know, how they feel about it. It's like you know, you can make them like it, you can make them not like it, whatever it is. But as long as I'm in love with what I'm doing, then that kind of gives me all the fuel that I need.
So that's not something that you even concern yourself with.
No, it is, but it's just like I think the bigger point is like, you know, you can get bogged down in your head about like, yo, what they like it, and if you ever, you know, it's like if you when you got a cough and you like, yo, what is this cough from? And they're like, oh, third degree lung cancer. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking for something negative, you're going to find something negative. If you're looking for something positive, you're going to find something positive. So the most important thing, the overarching thing is like, are you happy with it? Are you satisfied? Do you enjoy this? And those are the things that I lean on more than how does everybody else feel? Because if I'm looking for, you know, if I'm trying to like cure the sickness that is like, this person's opinion, this person's perspective, like eventually I'm going to find somebody that really loves it and somebody that really hates it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it goes back to, you know, I guess if you believe the good, you're going to have to believe the bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, are you the type of person that will scroll down and start reading comments?
Nah, I stopped reading comments a long time ago.
Why?
I stopped reading it during the Billie Eilish stuff because I was about to start fighting with a bunch of 12-year-olds. I was like, I'm sitting there reading my comments. They like, just drop it. Your whole career is a flop. I'm a grown man. Like, I'm saying? So it got to a point where I was like, all right, I need to pull back. Hold on.
And you know what drives me crazy? Because I feel like sometimes when people comment, if they see you walking down, you know.
Oh, no. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, they don't, when the comment does not take into consideration that you're a real person.
Right.
The comment is almost like commenting on a piece of content. It's like completely remove the fact that there are human beings and there's human beings involved. Like when somebody comments, they just commenting on the content or commenting on the topic. So like if they see me,
like if they saw you walking down Broad Street, they would not keep that same energy.
Or even take it to the perspective. It's people who I responded to their comments and then they switch the tune.
Absolutely.
Oh, yo, I'm a big fan, bro. I didn't even mean it like that.
Right,
It was one time I was messing with my homie because I just came back from India. Just came back from India and I was doing a business trip. You know, the seat turned into a bed. So we're flying somewhere to like Atlanta or something. I'm like, yo, bro, like I don't even know how it's gonna feel being on a plane where the seat don't turn into a bed. Fake flexing. I'm just like messing around with my homie. And the guy, I put it on my story. One of the guys is like, man, I just don't like who you've become. All you do is just talk about all this stuff that you got. So I responded to him like, yeah, I'm just enjoying my life and just talking about, just like having fun. I'm messing around with my homies. They understand that I'm joking. And then the whole tune switch. Yo, I don't even know why I commented that. Honestly, I just been having a little rough time with my life. And but it's like when you take the time to acknowledge whatever the hate is, whatever the disdain is, whatever like that, that uncertainty is, people, the whole narrative change up.
Yeah, moral of the story, nobody keeps that same energy.
Nah, not at all. Not at all.
Are you enjoying everything that you're doing right now? Like when you go to bed at night and reflect, because I feel like that's where most people do their like reflecting.
I reflect in the shower. I watch cartoons at night.
Are you okay? So when you're in the shower, you're reflecting. Are you like, dang, this is kind of dope right now?
Yeah, I like pop it, like
exactly.
Yeah, no, it's like. And it's like even with this project, there's a song called "Proud of Me." And on the record, "Proud of Me," that was like honestly the first time I really, because from like June of last year to I want to say like November, December, I was just going. It was almost just like, yo, what I got to do? All right, bet what I got to do, what I got to do. And like sometimes I wouldn't even realize I was doing something really big, really monumental, really prolific. I was just doing it. And when I got to like November, December, I just sat back and looked at everything and I said, wow. I'm killing it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually really proud of me, but I didn't have a moment to really do that beforehand because I was just like a cog in a machine, just like a wheel turning. So, now I be in the shower like, bro, I'm him.
I'm that dude.
Yeah, I'm him. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I got expensive soap now. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm him. Like,
I gotta go to the dollar store and get soap no more.
Yeah, I don't even use bars no more. Like, So yeah, it's different. It's for sure different.
When I was like, all right, this dude is definitely on his way. Two instances is when I saw you perform at those Jingle Balls.
Yeah,
and
that sounds crazy. Yeah,
and when I saw you on the Tonight Show.
Yes. Yeah.
And I was like, wow. It was almost like a proud big brother moment.
Yeah.
When you performed "Goated" on the Tonight Show.
Yeah,
which was fire because I felt like it was a different version of the song.
It was, yeah.
And I read a lot of the comments, and it was like so positive. And actually, a lot of people actually like that version of the song that you did.
Yeah, no, we got to figure out a way to put that out. It was, I think, because I was so wrapped up in all the things that were like TikTok. You know what I mean? I had to kind of play the game a little bit. So some of that included dancing every time we went on stage, or we did this, we did that. But it was the Jimmy Fallon moment was the turning point to say like, yo, this is the person I want to be though. This is like, or not want to be, but this is the actual artist that I am. And it's not so much like this is the moment that I'm having. This is the artist that I am. This is the, so that's what that even that verse prior to it, prior to Go to Starting, that was another reflection moment where I was like, I got to sit down and say like I went, like I was talking about, I met my Uncle Tyrone in Phoenix when I was on tour with Jesse Reyes, and he's like yelling, the security had to come to my green room, like, yo, who got an uncle named Tyrone back here? Because my Uncle Ty, he just know me as, he know me as his nephew. He's like, my nephew back there, I need to see my nephew. So like, it was another reflection moment where it's like, yo, the people around me, they still can't believe that I'm like famous, or they can't believe that all this stuff is going on. So, but it really, like, that moment was really just about me stepping into the artist that I am and not the moment that I'm having.
So you're standing behind that curtain, or maybe you guys are setting up on the Tonight Show stage, 30 Rockefeller Center. You guys show up, right?
Yes, sir.
And Jimmy Fallon is about to call your name. He's sitting there with the album, right?
Yeah.
The camera's about to pan to you. At that moment, what are we feeling? Describe that feeling to me.
Yo, okay. So the night before I did the Sixers game bell ringing, and Man, I don't know where I was at in my head, but I did the bell ringing and I missed the bell entirely. Like just like I missed the bell twice. And so you gotta understand, Jimmy's band is the Roots, all Philly, all for Philly. So some of them know me, so like some of them I met in passing, but I know when I get on the stage right before Jimmy calls me, one of them they call me out, yo Armani. I look over, it's James. He's like Armani. I'm like, yo, I look over. He's swinging his hand like, what happened? Right before Jimmy calls my name, I'm just like, be serious. Like, but yeah, it was a little bit of like the nerves, but at the same time, I'm like, focus. Like, yeah. But nah, it was great though. It was great. And like turnout was amazing. Like we just, yeah.
How you gonna do that when you're about to be on this national show and right. What happened to the bell?
Right, yeah. Nah, it was.
I wasn't paying attention. Clearly. Yo, do me a favor. Tell me about Proud of Me.
Proud of me is like I was just telling you. Yeah, Proud of Me, bro. It got like a beating heart in the song. That's what I feel like. Like it really has like a beating heart, and it's like you can feel every word that's said. You can feel every emotion that was poured into it. It's like because it's less about just this look what I'm doing right now, but it's like look how far we came from where we were to where we are now. It doesn't even matter what we're doing right now. Just look at where it started at and look at where it's going. And it's like that's I think it's one of those like those victory laps, those victory moments, those Thanksgiving moments where you're just like, yo, anything is possible. Like one of the things that I even talk about in the song is like I was sleeping in a car in a parking lot behind a movie theater. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was at that time I was trying to decipher like I got $80. I can spend this on 2 studio sessions, or I can go back to the house. Like, you know what I mean? My house is like an hour and a half away from here. And I just when I'm listening to the song, it's like when I'm writing the song, when I'm listening to the song, it's just like me being able to create imagery and really bring people into the world. That's what the whole project is about. It's Casablanco. It's like bringing people into the world of each one of these records. So it really allows you to step into the world on 5235 Addison Street and be like, oh, okay, this is the environment. Step on 5148 Catherine Street. This is the environment. This is where you was at when you wrote this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Proud of Me is like, it's really special because it feels like multiple ages of me writing it at one time. You know what I mean?
How does it feel to bet on yourself?
It feel good, especially when it work out.
Exactly. Yeah. I know, because when you were saying sleeping in your car, because I'm sure it wasn't always positive thoughts in that moment. Nah. You got $80 to your name. You're thinking about what am I going to spend this last $80 on?
I was
you know what I'm saying?
Wawa.
Right. Sandwiches from Wawa and whatnot. Like it has to feel really good.
Yeah, no, it feels amazing. It would feel terrible if it didn't work out. I'll tell you that much for sure. But like for the fact that it did, there was obviously it's not a straight shot. It's like there was a lot of dips. There's a lot of slow rises, a lot more dips and
valleys.
Exactly,
peaks and valleys.
Peaks and valleys, yeah, for sure. So yeah.
How's the family taking it all?
Man, they good. Family's good. It's like my mom's obviously taken care of. I put my grandmom on the project. Me and her was just talking this morning. She talking about she need a hip replacement because she messed up doing the goated dance. Yeah. So family is good. Like at the very most, and even like a lot of my uncles, we all grew up in music. And I'm the one that kind of took it where nobody else took it. So everybody's kind of just living vicariously through me.
It's really interesting because Philly is such a musical city.
For sure.
So many legends have come out of that city. You know what I'm saying?
So many, bro. Like just that neo soul era that happened. Like, you talking about Music Soul Child, you talking about Jill Scott, like, and then
the Roots.
The Roots. Like you talking about everything that, because at that time it wasn't even just who was born in Philly, lived in Philly. It was like, Badu was coming down to record in Philly. Kama was coming down to record in Philly. Like, it was like Philly has
that sound, even from like Gamble and Huff.
Yeah, exactly.
To the early eras, like how you said the Roots, Jill Scott, the neo soul sound. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's just Philly has that magic when it comes to music, in my opinion.
Right. No,
you know what I'm saying?
That's true. We all kind of like Philly's just a small city, so everybody's in close proximity. Like Kenny Gamble knew my grandma. I remember like sending him burnt CDs or like blank CDs with my raps on it when I was in like third or fourth grade. Like Philly's a small city, and it's so easy to get inspired because like all of the different types and sounds of Philadelphia is all in close proximity. Like you had the neo soul wave that was going on in Philly right down the street from like the hip hop boom in Philly, like all the State Property records, all the, I was recording at a studio called Batcave, was right down the street from where the Roots was studio was at, where Sigma Sound, the Sound of Philadelphia studios was at. Like everything was kind of in close proximity, so it was really just it's easy to be, especially somebody like me growing up, to be inspired by like all the different arrows and directions and pull it all into one thing,
And you're the new wave of it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That feels good, doesn't it?
Yeah, no, for sure.
What's next?
Man, we just dropped The Road to Casablanco, which could only mean that the road leads to Casablanco.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Casablanco is the project that we gearing up to release. But, right now we celebrating The Road to Casablanco. And I don't think I'm ever going back in the house anytime soon. So I'm gonna just be on the road.
You out in the streets?
I'm back on the road, for sure. Like I know, I went home to just to swap out the clothes in my book bag and suitcase, and then right back outside. So we back with Casablanco, and then we just we on the road with it.
Are you still in Philly?
So I'm transitioning. I'm transitioning
Here?
I think I'm transitioning to my LA phase, man.
Yeah.
I had just grabbed a spot right outside of Philly, but just because every time I come back to Philly, I was going to hotels. Got to a point where like the hotel lady they know me.
Yeah.
So I walk in, she like, I'm stylish, and that, the lady cleaning my room want a picture. I was just like,
no.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I grabbed a little spot right outside of Philly just if I ever need to come back home and lay my bags down. But I'm moving on. I'm moving out here in the next month or two.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by.
Oh, for sure.
It's always a pleasure. I feel like we always have a great conversation.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much for that.
Nah, thank you for always having me, man. Once I become a neighbor out here, I'll be here more often.
Come on, listen. I do new at 9 swing by at 9 o'clock. Just hit me and I'll be like, all right, I'm running down. We'll take over the 9 o'clock hour. It'll be a good time.
No, for sure.
I appreciate that.
Always.